What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today, the ears are on, so we know that this is a Disney video. And I'm here to tell you a tale. Once upon a time, it was a hot, humid July day in Central Florida, and a mom and a dad decided to take their 3 babies, 2 and under, to a Disney World park. So I'm here to talk about that today. As I've done in the past, I will be kind of plopping in vlogs, voiceovers, and me talking about certain situations live and in action today. So I hope you'll forgive me. We'll get through this together. Maybe someday I'll have my life together. I highly doubt it. So you guys are just gonna have to stay along for the ride. If you're new here, hi, how are you? How's the family? Welcome. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. Thanks for clicking on that thumbnail today. My name is Kate. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 boys. One is 21 months old, and then his twin brothers are 10 months old. We do a lot of haul videos over here, so you see a lot of grocery hauls, Costco hauls, Trader Joe's hauls, etc. However, I do love me a little pixie dust, so I sprinkle in some Disney videos here and there, as well as at least once a month, I talk about the books I've been reading because I'm obsessed with them. And it's pretty much just chaotic here at all times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie that it's just mayhem over here. So if that is something that you're interested in, if you enjoy people who make you feel better about yourself because of their level of crazy, I am your girl, okay? So please be sure to subscribe before you leave. But let's go ahead and get started with the video because hopefully we can keep this to a reasonable amount of time because I know your time is valuable. You've got things to do this Sunday. You've got adventures to have. So I don't want to use up too much of your time. First of all, I was able to get like a little vlog moment at the beginning of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that here. We are headed to Animal Kingdom today. Today is a big day because we have Once Upon a Nanny Melissa coming to join us. So we're going to try and accomplish as much family things we can while we have extra hands with us. We're headed down to our truck, taking a personal vehicle today to the parks. And we are excited. I'm so excited about today. This is the one I've been looking forward to the most. I should also, for myself, just notate timing. So when I explain to you guys how my day went, it's 7:05 and we're headed to Animal Kingdom. Early magic morning, early morning magic. That's probably wrong, but everything's fine. For deluxe resort guests starts at 7:30. We were hoping to leave by like 6:45, 6:50, but with 3 kids, I'm still impressed with us. We'll get to the parks and our goal is to get in, try and get a iconic picture with at least one of the kids somewhere. And then we'll head over to Pandora where we will meet our nanny and we will, sorry, it's so shaky. We're walking. We'll meet our nanny and she will help us get some bigger stuff done. Like we want to try and do like Na'vi River Journey and the safari.
The destination is on your right, Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park.
When you go through security, you do have to take all of your bags off. So these like large stroller clips are a game changer for us. So John will go through, well, they do it different every time, but basically like one of us holds the bags and walks through the metal detector. We keep the battery backup in the stroller because if it's in one of the bags, it always sets off the metal detector. So a security guard told us to do that once and we just listen every time. But anyway, so we're at Animal Kingdom. We're about to go through the security line. We did preferred parking, so it was only $20 because we are resort guests and annual pass holders. So we are like right in the action. We're like, I don't know, 7 rows away from the entrance. That is worth every penny to be able to just park and just walk right up. So convenient. We did it, you guys. We just walked in. It's 7:50 now. So we parked around like 7:39. So getting through security, purchasing a pink donut, and getting through the like check-in process took 11 minutes. So that's pretty great. And we're headed to Pandora. We are gonna meet our nanny and get on Na'vi River Journey with everybody. Then we have a 8:45 for safari. So I'm so excited about that. So directly after entering the park, as you saw in the footage, we went to the Tree of Life to get like an iconic photo with our 21-month-old. At the time, this was 3 months ago, so he was like around 18 months. The twins were both sleeping in the stroller and I wasn't about to mess up the matrix, okay? So we got a picture with our oldest and then we headed over to Pandora where we were scheduled at 8 a.m. to meet our Once Upon a Nanny, Melissa. And basically what she provides during the day for us, at least what we elected to have, is it's called helping hands. So basically she's an extra adult to hold the baby when you go on a ride, push the stroller for you, stand with the stroller while one of the parents or a parent goes and grabs the food. She can stay with the kids while you and your partner or whatever jump on a ride. It's just amazing. Very flexible, all to your comfort level. So you do not need to leave your children with them. You can literally customize it however you may want. So definitely a recommendation that I have if you're apprehensive about going to the parks, even if you just do it for like a short 3 or 4 hour window, just to get yourself comfortable in the parks, and then you can, you know, get that confidence to do it on your own. Okay, so having said that, we met her in Pandora, and then we jumped on Navi River Journey in the standby line as soon as they opened. So we only had maybe a 5 or 10 minute wait. I couldn't get any footage because we were each holding a baby, and I just, obviously safety was first there, and it's like a water ride, so I wasn't about to mess around with that. I do have some Navi River Journey footage that I am inserting now over this clip, so you can kind of see. This is a really beautiful ride. I wouldn't say it's a must do necessarily. If there was like a 70-minute line for it, I don't think it's necessary. But if you have a Flight of Passage on your radar, Navi River Journey is directly across from it. And I just think it's beautiful, and it's definitely something you should experience at least once, because the animatronics in there are just so beautiful. So I definitely think it's worth checking out. After Navi River Journey, we headed over to the Africa area to get on the Kilimanjaro safaris, which was, as I said, my priority for this trip. So we had done a lightning lane for Kilimanjaro safaris, and we got it at 8:45. If you're going to do the safari, my recommendation is to try and make that your priority first thing in the morning, because as the day gets hotter, the animals tend to either sleep or hide under shade. So if you do it first thing in the morning, especially during the summer months, you're gonna see more animals. And we saw a lot. We got to see giraffes, we got to see lions, zebras, we got to see hippos. It was just a really, really cool experience, and probably one of my favorite parts of that entire trip. After we were done with the safari queue line is a little long, even when you're doing lightning lane, and then also the safari itself is a longer ride. I want to say it's maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So it was time for the twins to eat their next, or not eat, but drink their next bottle. So we headed over to the baby care center. Okay, we are currently in the baby care center. We've stopped and parked our stroller in here. These boys are eating their bottles. We gave Oliver a pouch and some snacks. They have little nursing rooms in here that you can close. They also have bottle warmers over here and a sink, so we have our bottle washing items. There's a bathroom in here, and there's a little TV room for the older kids. So in the baby care center, they have changing tables, they have nursing rooms, they have bathrooms for families or for individuals. They also have TVs and little couches. So if you have an older child that just needs to like chill out with the overstimulation, or just needs some AC for a little while, needs to have a little snack break or whatever. There's also a little gift shop. I don't know if you'd really even call it a gift shop, but they just have like basically shelves out that have convenience items that you might need. So if you forgot a bib, if there's a spill or something, they have extra onesies. They have different baby care items like diaper rash cream, Vaseline, all of that stuff. It's just a really convenient way to get a break in the park and take care of the kids in the way that you need to. So after the baby care center, we had a little window before our next lightning lane. So as soon as I checked in on the safari ride, I immediately booked us a lightning lane to meet Mickey and pals at the Adventure Outpost, because that tends to be one of the things that books up pretty quick. And I knew that I wanted to get like a picture with all of the kids, because with having a nanny, she can hand us babies while we stand there with Mickey and Minnie. So it makes it a little bit easier, because generally at those photo locations, you can't bring a stroller into the building. So if you're waiting in line, it's a little bit harder when you have 3 kids and 2 adults to be able to manage that. It's not impossible, but it's not ideal. So having her, I knew that that was one of the things that I wanted to do. So we had a little window, and the cool thing about Animal Kingdom that I love is that if you have a window of opportunity, there are so many random ways to fill that. There's just little magical moments that happen all around Animal Kingdom. You can walk down in Africa and see like street dancers with like bongo drums. You could watch somebody do wood carving. There's people on stilts that have like vines all over them. You can see Kevin from Up just randomly walking around. For us, what we got to have as kind of our random thing was that we happened to be walking by the Tree of Life when the Birds of Flight show, I think is what it's called, was going off. So Oliver got to see like all of the birds flying all over him, and that was just a really cool experience just to watch like the wonder and amazement in his eyes. So after the little bird show that happens at Tree of Life, we went and got over to meet Mickey and Minnie. So it's Mickey and pals at Adventure Outpost, so you're never sure who you're gonna get. We got lucky and we got to have Mickey and Minnie, and Oliver just loved it. He loves seeing Mickey Mouse because he sees him on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on the TV, and he thinks it's the coolest thing ever. He even loves when I'm just wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. Like it's his favorite. So we got to meet Mickey and Minnie, get a picture with the entire family. And then another thing that's really cool about Animal Kingdom that I love is that they have boats with random characters on it. So as we were making our way over to the Expedition Everest area, we got to see Pocahontas and Meeko on one of the boats, so that was really cool. So next up, what we decided to do was, I feel very comfortable with Melissa as a nanny. She's actually become like a friend of mine. So I would have no problem with me and John going on Expedition Everest or any like adult roller coaster together and her hanging out with the kids. But what we decided would be fun this time is for John to go on Expedition Everest solo, and then Melissa and I to go together as like a girls moment. We had elected to get Genie Plus for all of the three of us that day. So as soon as we checked in at the Mickey's Outpost, I immediately tried to get a lightning lane, and Expedition Everest had a lightning lane that was at a reasonable time slot. So we grabbed that. So we had 3 Expedition Everest lightning lanes. John got on Expedition Everest, had a blast, and then Melissa and I jumped in the queue after I was sitting there wondering if I should even do it, because I haven't done a roller coaster since 2019. So I was like, should I even do this? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what my deal was, because I love roller coasters. I'm not one of those people who doesn't like it. But I don't know why I was hemming and hawing, but I decided to get on Expedition Everest. We're going through the queue, and then we're literally like, we can see the train, and they shut it down because there's lightning in the area. So we're like, oh man. So they shut it down, and then they're like, hey, you have to exit the queue. So we go to exit the queue, and it just starts downpouring, which if you're in Florida, you know that happens. But there's always like a little hint of it. You can usually like smell the rain coming, or the clouds start to come in. It gets a little dark. It felt like it came out of nowhere. The cast member at Expedition Everest was super sweet, and he's like, there's 2 options here. You can either chill in the queue line with me and not have to deal with the rain. He's like, or you can make a run for it and we'll give you a multi-pass experience so you can come back and enjoy the ride at a different time. So we elected to just kind of wait it out and see what was going to happen, because generally in Florida, most rainstorms, they're usually gone within 15-20 minutes. So we hung out there for a while. I checked on John to make sure that he got the kids out of the rain. He was waiting in one of the gift shops. After like 15 minutes, it clearly wasn't going anywhere. So we went back to the cast member. We got our multi-experience pass, which basically means that it's like a fast pass that can be used at any time at any of the rides. There's usually like 1 or 2 rides that are not accepted. So I think in Animal Kingdom, it's like Flight of Passage. And then I was like, see, it wasn't meant to be for me to do Expedition Everest, blah, blah, blah. The rain had died down. So we decided now the adults are hungry, and so was Oliver for lunch. We're going to go grab some lunch. We love Flame Tree Barbecue. So we went over to Flame Tree Barbecue, and they have outdoor seating that's really nice. And we just kind of cruised. I got a barbecue chicken salad. John got the barbecue chicken mac and cheese, or maybe it's like barbecue pork. It might be barbecue pork for that. It's, pulled pork mac and cheese, I think is what it is. And then I think Melissa got a pulled pork sandwich. Everything was delicious. We just cruised there, rocked the twins because they were starting to get a little grouchy. And then we decided, hey, you know what? We're going to go do Expedition Everest. We have a little bit of time left in this day. There wasn't anything else we wanted to accomplish with the kids. So Melissa and I decided to head back to Expedition Everest and do it. And I'm so happy I did. It ended up being such a blast. I forgot what a thrill that roller coaster is. The theming is just phenomenal, but the roller coaster itself, it's just a total thrill. It's just joyful. Like, you just walk off it and you just feel the adrenaline pumping. It was so great. So yeah, so directly after that, then we just decided on our way out of the park, we're going to stop at Joffrey's, grab a coffee. We stopped at Joffrey's to get some liquid caffeine. And John got the shaken Jamaican. Is that what it's? Shaky Jamaican? Shaky Jamaican.
Shaken Jamaican.
And then he adds caramel to it. And I got a Lion's Latte, which is white chocolate and coconut. So excited about that. We probably could have like squeezed in like a festival of the Lion King or something. But for me, the stage of life that I'm in now, I'm just taking things very slowly because I would rather not be like overstimulated and have a lot of anxiety over trying to cram a bunch of things in. And I know that doesn't work for everybody because if you're only here for like a once in a lifetime trip, it might not work. But that was my layout for the day. My recommendation at any park is just to pick 3 priorities for yourself. It doesn't matter what they are, just pick 3 priorities for yourself. And if you're gonna do Genie Plus, start off with that first priority. Wake up at 7 a.m., book your first lightning lane. For us, that was the safari. And then as soon as you check in for that lightning lane, or if 2 hours has passed since you booked it, then you can book your next one. And just make sure to stay on top of that. What I usually do is set a timer on my phone so I can remember, or not a timer, an alarm on my phone so I can remember that I need to book my next one, and just stay on top of it, because then that way you don't ever have to wait in a line. We never wait in lines. We wait 5 to 10 minutes on all of the rides that we go on. All right, you guys. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I just wanted to show you the magical time that we had at Animal Kingdom. It is so possible to have a beautiful time at Disney. I know it can be incredibly overwhelming and it seems like there's a lot that goes into it. If you ever have any questions about Disney, I am not a travel agent, first of all, but if you need someone just to bounce ideas off of that you know is a judgment-free area, feel free to find me on Instagram. My handle is @KateKoska, and I will link it down below. You can just slide into those DMs, okay, and you can just ask me your questions about Disney, and I will happily answer them for you. So thank you so much for checking out today's video. I hope that it brought you whatever you needed when you clicked on it. I hope that you got some pixie dust today. I hope you got some magical inspiration for your next Disney trip. I hope that maybe you were just watching this because you like me and we're friends now and you haven't even considered a Disney trip, but now it's on your radar. You know, I hope that I'm converting you to a possible little bit of a Disney fan. That's what I hope here. And if I did do any of those things that I just rambled about, please reward me with a thumbs up. You know the rules if you've been here before. If you're new here, thank you again for taking a chance on me and clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a magical day. Bye.